Using ambient projection technology gain. Just trying to hunt down my stand in here. So one of the screen paints just dropped a few minutes ago. I am going to be doing some demonstrations on that later on tomorrow. Get my stand out here a little better. And I got to drop off some invoices, so this video is not going to be long. Let me get my sound over here turned down. Alright, so I made quite clear that I had other companies that I've ordered paint from. One of them just got here a few minutes ago. So let me get this area tidied up a little bit. I like to keep my home nice and neat. Cannot stand clutter. I cannot stand. I have a place cluttered with a bunch of junk all over the place. Alright, so we got the blue over here. This is the blue all lit up real nice. And over here I got the 235.1. This is that black technology right there. The 12. I got to do invoices in a few minutes. The order's been going through the Black Sale Cyber Monday. My sale's been going quite well. Thank you so much for the support. I have to get ready because I have to get like 72 containers. It's going to be a very busy day. Alright, a busy night for me. Let's show you what we got. So this is one of the companies that I contacted on giving me screen paint, actually buying screen paint from them. I don't like the packing peanuts. I don't care. The people put packing peanuts in them, but that's them. Got a nice little stick to stir. Stir it up. Got anything else with that? Anything in there? That's basically about it. They gave me a stir. I was wondering if there's anything in there, like any powder or something we stir up. But this one I paid about, I think this one I paid. This is from Best Screen HD. This is from them. Correct patterning. Now see with their instructions, they put in a correct pattern on how to paint the screen. That this is the correct pattern. It's go up and down, up and down, up and down. As you see when it comes to my screen paint, I just I go in all different directions. This will make a difference. But this is how they have it. So we're just going to do it by the book. Let me see. Prepare painting over a light color painted wall, wash area to be painted to let dry completely. If applied to an unfinished surface, you must see there's a lot of instructions here. I mean, I got nothing wrong against the company, but for me, basically, if I'm painting the screen, it's just gonna be done. That's it. But like I said, let's see. It shouldn't be that hard. It's just basically you're just applying something to a surface. That's it. But they want to put these in here just to make it sound like it's very basic instructions and so forth. Okay. Use painter's tape off, blah, blah, not already. Apply screen solution before applying solution. Must mix well. Supply screen solution before applying solution. I don't know where that comes in as. We only have 2 containers here. So let's just see what we got in here. All right, let me bring you guys down to this level so you can see what we got here. We got a stirrer with this. And then there's an instruction sheet that basically shows you how to paint the screen. You can't go up and down. You have to go side by side. So I'm curious. We're not going to paint a full screen with this. I'm going to do one this way and one that way and see if there's any difference in it. Because you see how I paint my screens. I paint my screens in all kinds of crazy ways. There is no name on the container. They didn't add any name on the container at all. There's nothing there. This came from who? This came from a company called Best Screen HD. Screen Solution. Well, buddy, you don't have anything on your label right here, but I do have the PayPal. I have the eBay where I ordered this from. So I'm going to see if you have a label on there. If not, I will be contacting you. Why do you have a label on here? Unless she knows who I am. As he says, oh no, that's that Kenneth guy. I gotta be careful about putting over there. He'll test my stuff. Put my stuff through some rigorous testing. That's what I'm afraid of. This is what we get with companies. Because our tests are so brutal. We do brutal testing over here. They're not going to bring anything on, put a label on here, knowing it's going to go against our test. I'm pretty sure he knows who I am. That's why I didn't have a label on it at all. Who basically makes a product with no label on it? So eventually, he knows who I am. And if he knows who I am, he's going to make sure that he stays anonymous. But that's not a problem because we're going to go look your account up, buddy. And right here we have Best Screen HD Solution. Let's see if you came with a label. Let me see how I paint these screens up. Let's go upstairs. I think he knows who I am. He's probably watched a few of my videos before. He probably thought, oh, I'm gonna bring a container of paint over that joker. I want to make sure it doesn't have a label on it. Let's see who he is. This is how it's going to get now. Anybody we buy screen paint from, it's going to basically start hiding labels, canceling orders on us. This is how we're getting to now. If that's the case, I'm going to rack up quite a bit of competition points. Let's power up the projector. You have been doing your demonstrations right, you'll pass our test. If not, then we'll see. This is no way to slander his product in any way. I'm just curious why it didn't have a label on it. When I bought it, there was a label attached to it. So I'm curious why there's no label on here. I'm going to open this up downstairs. I'm going to see what the color of this is going to be. So I use HD screens. Let's see if he has a label attached here to his product. I'll be messaging him today to take a picture and say, well, how come my can came without a label attached to it? So we're going to be doing some demonstrations tonight. That's why the blue screen is set up. We're going to be taking some of that personal mix and what we made, Metallica mix, we're going to put it against the blue today or tonight. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Let's get in here. I'll turn it to the side just in case if anything pops up on it I'm supposed to see. Because I'm doing research right now. Right now I'm researching something I want to buy. I'm doing some research on it. I'm trying to get my hands on 3 ultra short throw projectors. That's what I'm going to get my hands on because I need one in here. This is where we're going to do a nice little setup in here on this wall. We're going to put a nice little table down. We're going to set a nice screen up, 2 lamps on the side. Make it like it's a living room setting, you know what I mean? And then we're going to open up our windows and let some light pour in this area. All right, so I was in my Amazon account. Here's something you don't need to see. Let's go over here and let's see what we ordered. All right, this one didn't come yet. That's the one I got for 42 bucks. Those of you that are looking to get that ultra short throw projector, the one I got downstairs, they have a bunch of them on here for sale right now for a good price, $130. I may be picking up another one for myself today. I already got another one coming in. I'm gonna order another one right there. 8. Oh, for a filter. That's it for the filter? Oh crap, I gotta buy that. All right, I need a filter. I need a couple extra filters. The lamps on here are cheap. You can buy the lamps from Amazon if you want. I prefer buying lamps from Amazon if I can afford them on Amazon because at least you know what you're dealing with. I bought a lamp one time and it came by DHL. It was literally shipped from overseas and it was busted. All right, so let's see. We're going to go into our whatchamacallit. No, we can get this. Okay, remember, I'm in portrait mode. Everything I do is in portrait mode. Let's come over here to our purchases right here. This is all the stuff that I ordered off of eBay. I just bought that projector. I told you I bought another one right there. Bought a new one. That one came refurbished with the remote control. Actually better than, a little more than the one I paid for. There it is right there. HD screen. So this is the label that's supposed to be on that can by HD Screens. And this is how I received it. Could he know who I am? Is it possible he removed the label because he didn't want it showing up on YouTube or anything like that, period? Did he find out that I was going to do a side-by-side demonstration? I bet you, and I'll put it by a long shot, I bet you $100 that you know who reached out to him and said, look, don't put your label on there because he's going to have you out. We'll buy another container from you. If it comes back that way too, then we'll file a complaint against you. So if you're going to do things by the book. He's probably warning other people like, look, he's going to be doing demonstrations. I've already explained from the door. If your stuff is correct, you should have no problem going against our technology. If it's not, then it's going to fail. That's all to it. This is their destination for blue technology. It's not enough to do a side-by-side against your own stuff. I need to go out there and test my stuff against everything. And that means the screen paints, I got to test you against the high-performance screens, everything. I have to know where my technology stands. And in order for me to do that, I have to test against everything. So we already tried 3 attempts with Crow. Crow basically canceled all 3 attempts. He doesn't want no part of it at all. And now over here, we had this company right here who shipped me a container of paint with no labels attached to it. That's their product right there. HD projection screens. Well, man, our reputation's getting out there, being brutal. But that's how you're supposed to do your demonstrations. Your demonstrations are supposed to be done that way. Let me get my stand. They're supposed to be done that way. I mean, you're cutting corners. If you're cutting corners and you're taking your labels off your packages before you ship them over, that means you basically have something to hide. And that means I got to put you against the black screen now. I'm going to start calling that screen the Tomb Maker. I want to see how close this comes to Crow's mix. That's what I'm curious to see. That's blue technology right there. Looks just like a TV, doesn't it? Look how clean it is. And I painted this screen. Anybody who saw me paint this screen, I painted this screen sloppy. I mean, I had paint splatter in the middle of the screen. I was using a sock to get the corners. And look at that. Not one streak mark. Absolutely perfect color. You're going to go against that monster. That's beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and pop this top. See what's in this container. Can't believe that he took the label off of it. And this is his product, and I'll tell you why. That's his instruction sheet right there. Best screen paint, HD screen solution. That's their product right there. They pulled the label off because they didn't want it. They didn't want their screen being seen side by side next to our technology. Somehow, somebody got a hold of them, or he must have saw one of our videos and decided, oh, heck no. But if you're selling a product and you're going to say it's supposed to be the best screen paint, then I'm going to take you up on that. So let's get something where we can pop this thing open because I need to get inside this bad boy. I want to see what this, I want to see what we got in here. I know it's a better way to get in this thing right here all together. I need some safety lids right here to keep them from opening them up on entry. Let me see, we gotta get in this bad boy. I'm not familiar with these tops, you know. Come back with a saw, like, cut right through it. There's a special opener that opens these things up. And eventually he include one in here, but I got enough tools to get through this baby. Me off, I'm gonna take you outside and put you in the sun with that other screen. This is if anybody got any solutions how to get into one of these bad boys, please let me know. Or basically just Yeah, I'm going medieval on it. I'm definitely going medieval on it. Right, music is reminding me of Rogers. I would never put these on for my customers. It's a freaking nightmare to do. There we go. Like this bad boy. What's the purpose of these things? There we go. Medieval unboxing. There we go. Don't ever put these on your freaking cans. Let's get inside of this can. I think we don't need a can opener to get inside here. I just need something flat to pop that top open a little bit. I'm gonna use a knife. I won't stab myself in the process. Let me get to the top, that's all. Pull the label off. I still can't get over that. Yank the label off their container. I'm gonna have a conversation, talk with them. I'm gonna, come on. I wanna see what's inside. You gotta be kidding me. That was a big mistake. White, it's white. Are you freaking kidding me? This is supposed to be what? And it's white? It's not even anywhere near gray. So this is what we're going to do. Since they took the label off of it, we're going to cut this. We're going to paste this to here because this is their product. And this is basically what it's called. And that's what we're going to do. But this can't be your product. I'm going to look at your videos. If this doesn't match and I find out this is white paint that you sent to me, yeah, you're not going to like what I'm going to do to you. Because I'm going to mark that as your paint. It ain't going to survive in here. None of this stuff. Shouldn't have did that. I'll sink your shit before it starts. I'm going to put you against that black screen on every level. And I'm going to post you. So let me see. Let's see what's inside their container. Ugh. All right. Let's see if we got any YouTube videos on this product. Let's see what the color of the screen is. Oh, they're not freaking kidding me. This screen's almost near white. Are you freaking kidding me? Hold on. What in the world? Why would you? What is this? This is supposed to be. I'm going to order another one tonight. All right. This is supposed to be. Let me see. $30. This is supposed to be. What they got it described as. All right. Let me see what we have here. We have a live living room wall to home theater, bigger than Blu-ray quality 1080p. You're not pulling that off on this screen. 2.0 gain, not even close. Not even close. Over 2.0, it's a white screen. What screen is a white screen to 2.0 or 1.0? A best screen HD paint. The newest HD paint on the market. Let me tell you something. HD screens, 1080p screens, 4K screens are not gray and they're not white. Go to ABS forums, even though I'm not a big fan of ABS forums, and they will tell you for a true HD screen, the screen has to be dark. Let me see. Transportation of ceiling and wall, floor, homes, buildings, and other surfaces. View extremely effective HD projection screen. You can paint the entire wall or adjust the screen size. You can't do that with a quart. There's no way in the world you're going to paint an entire wall with a quart. That's virtually impossible. That's not going to happen. Let me see. I say about 100 to 120. 4x8. Okay, average 4x8 screen. All right, that's more like it. Okay, and we'll leave you some touch-ups on the road. Extremely easy to apply, inexpensive. All right, stunning results. Your white look bright and your blacks amazingly stand out. Blacks amazingly stand out. Don't be fooled by buying expensive paints. All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to put you through the test. This is what you're saying. This is your product. It pulls amazing contrast levels. Don't be fooled by buying expensive paints. I'm going to put your paint against a Supernova Dark Star 9, and we'll see how they pan up. And then what we'll do is we'll put you against a couple of white screens. Let me see, let's see, blah, 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 an HD projection screen ready. You don't need. See, I wouldn't be doing all this to begin with if he had a label attached to it. But he removed the label, and I know why he removed the label. So now I'm going to put you on that test. You're going to go through the same rigorous test that Crow's going to go through. Because I think me buying something and you sending something without a label attached to it means you had something to hide. So let's see, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do a paint on demonstration tomorrow. We'll paint them up, put them on a sample. We'll throw them against blue, black, whatever screens we design. We'll even take them outside because right here, he's showing a clip where his screen is sitting outside. Well, we'll take you outside. We'll put you against a 12. I'll put you on 4,300 lumens. We'll pick one of the projectors over here. I think we'll go with the 4,300 lumens Sony projector. That's what we're going to do right there for this demonstration. And then we'll put you against Crow's paint, which, as light as that paint is, Crow's paint at least has a little bit of darkness to it. It does have somewhat darkness to it. I don't think it's going to be able to, it's going to pull a higher white level than the UV mix. Yeah, definitely no problem. It's definitely going to do that. As for contrast, I think the UV mix is going to pull a higher contrast. It is. It's a darker screen. It's going to pull higher contrast. It's going to happen against this. His personal mix, on the other hand, that's kind of a toss-up. I mean, it might have a slight little difference when it comes to the contrast levels. Next to black technology, well, you kind of know where that's going at. That screen's going to produce a high white level and black level at the same time, so there's going to be no contest there. But next to it, all's got to be done. But I wish you would have put a label on it. And he didn't put a label on it because he knew that he found out it was going to come here. Well, buddy, you wanted your chance to test against a high performance screen. You got your chance now. If he didn't put the label on it, I would have put down other form of screen paint. That's what I put down. But since you can send the label, I'm going to put you down as what you are. You're known as best screen HD screen paint. That's what we're going to put you down as. All right. Let me see. Shipping time. I'm not real that stuff. Shipping time is what it is what it is. You know what I mean? Positive customer feedback, stay at all. All right, let's see what your customers are saying. I'm not going to give them any bad feedback going on at all. No point in damaging his account for what? It's a test. No point in saying anything bad about them. I'm not going to say it wasn't as described. I'm not going to say because of the label. I'm going to contact him and ask him about the label not being there and why does it look like that. But other than that, I'm not going to give him a bad review. Why would I do that? Let's see. This is his policy right here. And new original packaging. Packaging should be able to homemade packaging, manufacturing, print bags. Okay. That's right. It says all policies are right there. Okie doke. I'm curious. I want to see what this looks like now. I'm kind of anxious right now. That's the problem with me. I'll say, oh, we're going to do something tomorrow. In the back of my head, like, you can't do that tomorrow. You know how your brain works. I want to see what this looks like. I'm going to see exactly how close this looks like. I'm curious now. I got to know. Gotta know. So this is what we're going to have to do. Make sure I don't leave anything in there. I love it when I turn the Chromecast on the blue. I mean, what you call the blue? How it comes on, how bright it is. Let's put something on here to watch for right now. I'm just going to put it on from YouTube. And let's see. So I'll put on an 8K demonstration. Wow, that looks pretty nice.
This is Nessa Max from Google, but to someone who's tired of always ordering delivery.
Hey Google, play Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat on Netflix.
It's the Google Dine-In Motivator. Next up.
Yeah, looks like TV, don't it? Yeah, I can't wait to get the blue on the market. I cannot wait to get this on the market. Oh God, this is a gorgeous screen, I swear. And you guys are gonna love that. I mean, you're really gonna freaking love that. We're gonna make it reasonable so everybody can afford it. All right, so let's see. I'm a little curious here. Mix anything. I'm just curious to see how close this looks to this. Because I've had this downstairs in the basement, so we test all kinds of stuff out. So we'll do these two side by side. This is a regular everyday paint, and this is supposed to be different from this. All right, and then we'll take horse valley back. Good gracious, really? Well, bird calls in my freaking living room. All right, let's get ourselves a box. Let's see, this is the paint we made today. Let's see what we got here. All right, this is the everyday paint in my house. This is the paint we bought online for 30 bucks. This is the Metallica mix we made off of Crow's YouTube channel. That's just slightly darker than that, of course, as you can see. That's pure white right there. That's slightly dark. So we're gonna have to paint a screen with this, a larger screen with that by itself. And then we're gonna have to put a strip of this, and this all together. See how it all looks. That's what we're gonna have to do. So, first things first, let me go grab some material for downstairs. We gotta do a recoat over the other screen because I smeared my paint across it. You can check out the blue at 126 inch. That's blue at 126, and that's blue over there in 92. Let me bring this up a little bit. I want you to catch the lights and everything at the same time. I love these demonstrations with the fish. Beautiful to watch. Very relaxing. Now, that's using a 720p ultra short throw, and that right there is using a 1080p. 720p, 1080p. Kind of hard to tell. You can look at those fish. Just relax. I'm not gonna bother ordering any paint from Jamie. I don't need to. I can. That's all I need right there. That product right there is perfect. That's all I need. I can make as much of that as I want. I don't have to pay a dime. I don't have to worry about my orders getting canceled. It's right there. You know, can't be upset. Can't be bothered by it. It's his video. He posted it. You know. All I did was just make the product. That's all I did. Show people how to make it. It's a tutorial video. All I did was just make the product. That's all. Matched your personal mix perfectly. Now with the other screen paints we have up here, we're not going to try to duplicate or make any of them because that would be wrong. That is somebody's product. That is somebody's product that they are selling online. So we're not going to be duplicating and making their product or adding in teaspoons of black. That's wrong. Even though they didn't ship me a label on it, but we're not going to do that. That's wrong. That's still somebody's product at the end of the day. So we leave that just the way it is. This is Crow's Metallica mix. We leave this exactly the same way it is. We're gonna add no more to it, no less to it. Whatever he put in there to make this, we did a tutorial video he did on his page, we leave it exactly the same way that it is. So what we're gonna do is, let's do some half and half. I'm gonna paint part of the screen. Well, I think I should just coat the whole screen first. And then I think I should just dry it down, and then we'll do our tape lines. And we'll put one part here, one part here, one here all the way down, and we'll do it that way. I need also, too, a large sample sheet of the other screen, too, for demonstration side by sides. I need that. Now, you'll see the same thing when I finally get my new sample sheets in from Elite Screens, all the other companies I ordered from. Same process, nothing different. Everybody goes through the same thing. And that means it's just not their screens are going to be up there by themselves. Our technology has to be up there too. Be on display. Why not? That's we're missing the fun part. We want to be a part of the party. So let's go get the other paint. Get Crow's Metallica mix. Now the other paint has specific instructions that you have to go up and down in a robot formation. Maybe it's because when pouring out the paint, it is a bit thin. So it usually thinner paints will streak. So that's the reason why he may not want you to go this way. So we have to paint it the way he put it in his instructions, because that's why his instructions are there. He has an instruction, you paint it a certain way, and that's how we have to do it. We have to paint it the way he has it in the instructions. Got to keep it fair. There we go. There's the screen. Back to the Metallica mix. There we go. It's done. Grab the fan. Dry that down. Now, keep in mind that if he makes a statement, and he will make a statement by saying that, hey, look, that's older screen paint. It's nothing like the new stuff we make. Then what you need to do is make this stuff and do a side-by-side demonstration to your Frankenstein and your personal mix to see how close it comes to that product. That's what you need to do. Because I know you're going to come on there and say automatically from the door, well, that's our old stuff. It doesn't match any of that at all, period. When I showed you an 8, actually we painted over, when I did the motorized screen, it was an 8. When I painted over with the 12, you notice the 12 was jet black, where the 8 wasn't that dark. It was black, but it wasn't as black as an 8. You've seen the extreme black, how dark those screens. Those screens are even darker than the 12s. And then when I took the 9, I took the platinum, and I took the black and put them all together to show you which ones produce contrast levels, better colors, and so forth. You have to show a difference. So I'm curious if he's making a statement right now by saying, hey, look, that's our old stuff, then you would have no problem making your own mix, which you made right here, which I just made, and put that right against your personal mix. Because I would like to see that. And I would like to see that demonstration in color, with contrast, and a starfield demonstration in a fully lit environment to see which one of those screens produce the better contrast. That's all. And if he doesn't do it, then it's the same. Really can't get upset with me because it's your video and you show people how to make it. So all I did was just basically, because I got tired of asking you for your product, you don't want to sell it to us, then I remembered this video and I just made what you just showed me how to make. And it matches perfectly to a personal mix. So why pay for it when I can just make gallons of it? Now, I know you don't want to stare at and watch paint dry, neither do I. So let's come over here and check out the blue. Bring you in here, you can watch demonstrations off the blue while that dries. There you go. Just going to put in some other interesting demonstrations. See how crazy the green levels are on our blue screen? See, that's the difference. I can show you technology on a surface that's blue that's producing green. Okay, ready for the other one. Also, the fellow who I got a bit of a hunch here. The fellow who bought that paint from did something that he shouldn't have done. Now, when you have a customer's information, it's supposed to stay in confidential. And he exposed some information that he shouldn't expose. Just to let you know, buddy, if you're watching this, we already know what you did. And we'll be in. IP addresses can be traced. That's why this can has no label on it, because the fellow behind it did something he wasn't supposed to be doing. And we found out about it. I hire a few people to do work for me. So we're going to paint this right now and see. Like I said, there's no excuse for it. Ship someone out a product and there's no label attached to it at all, period. Attach a label to it. Okay, let's see. I'm curious, if the other one gets here, we ordered 2 quarts of another paint. If it gets here and there's no labels on it, then you know from the door what's going on. Fear the blue. You need to fear the blue. You really need to. So we're going to come over here. We're going to paint it on this surface over here. This is where this one's going to go at. This is actually the screen paint that we purchased. And let me get the whatchamacallit, the name of it. this is actually Best Screen HD Screen Solution. This is what we're painting right now. This is the instruction sheet they gave us. Now in the instruction sheet they tell you don't paint this way, paint that way. This is an up and down formation. You did it right. Hey. I'm gonna have a partner of mine buy their paint. If this comes with a label on it, we'll know. So a little bit here, like so. I'm going to be painting a bigger screen with this for outside. One thing, coverage isn't that good. Let me put just a little bit on here. Tell me, people, does this not look like white paint to you? It looks like every day white paint. Going up and down. Formation, this is what we're doing. That looks like white paint. It smells like white paint. It smells like Bear 1050. That's what it smells like. Well, we'll see. I don't know how. Let me tell you right now, not to be disrespectful to this guy's paint, but I don't know how in the world you're going to pull contrast level off of this. I don't know how this would even work. To tell you the honest goodness truth. You would have a better chance pulling a decent, somewhat of a contrast level off the Metallica mix. But not of that. That stuff is bone white. You don't want to be in here watching paint dry. Let's bring you in here with the blue. Why we're in here with blue technology. Okay. I'm going to show it's done in there pretty soon. There you go. That's just mix on blue technology. Mine, it's a blue screen. So, you know. Let's pull in a contrast level. And that paint is literally whiter than this. Almost done in there. We're going to move our projector in there. Mine, change it. My screen's on the whole entire time. Running. Lights on. Black screen sitting up running this on. Fully lit environment. Personal mix. Personal mix, Metallica mix. Metallica mix is free to make. See if there's any difference to them side by side next to blue. Go back to the beginning. Black contrast demonstration. Drastic part. Scene at the night scene when they're in the truck for the Dashi, the Raptor, T-Rex comes up on top of them. There you go. In case you need to be a little closer. You can even see the water in the back of the glass dripping off the vehicle. Oh, don't worry, as soon as that sample sheet dries, so the other screen paint, it's going up there too. So what we're going to do for the screen upstairs with the ultra short throw, we're going to paint half of that with the personal mix and half of that black technology. We're going to throw that ultra short throw projector, put it in a fully lit environment, and see how the screen reacts in the daytime. Because I got two big windows that actually hit that wall. Now, all the demonstrations I've seen on them advertising, it's all done in the dark. They're not used to being in this kind of lighting. It shouldn't be an excuse. It's 4,300 lumen projector. It's full 1080p standing behind me. It's Chrissy. So it shouldn't be a problem with the projector. And yet you have a screen that's not black, that's not gray, that's not white, it's blue. But because there's a code in that screen that allows it to be a different color, even though the surface is blue. Now, we already seen the demonstration with this next to the black screens already. So waiting for the screen to thoroughly dry because I don't want my screen getting marked up. And some contrast. Let's go with don't want that either. I should have come on right there. How does a blue screen display all those colors? Interesting, isn't it? Without anything turning blue on the screen. But can produce contrast. How does a blue screen produce contrast? How does it produce greens and reds and yellows, and they're all beautiful and looks like candy off the screen, even though the surface is blue. Because it's not the surface. Like again, it's the coating that's in the technology that gives the screen the ability to be able to see color, where these screens can't even see color. Or contrast. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Sample sheet seems to be dry. So this is the white paint right here. Well, it's kind of grayish. It's not actually white. It's kind of a grayish kind of look to it. To make sure I'm filling it up real good because I don't want it marking my screen as I said before. This time nobody can complain about the size of the sample sheets. They are quite huge. I don't want it marking up my blue screen. Make sure this thing is nice and dry. told you when I looked at the pictures, I told you what's going to happen. But it's different because it says it has a 2.0 on it. That's what makes it different. Make sure they nice and flat. I've been in business long enough to look at something, I can read it right from the door, and I can tell exactly how it's going to react. Put this in the other room. That's better. And we can see the black screen and the screen at the same time. Contrast levels, as he advertised, it was good contrast levels. White levels, yeah, I can give them that. Yeah, definitely good white levels because the screen's nerdy, almost near white. But contrast and bright colors, no. All right, so we're going to have to get our black marker, and we're going to have to mark this one right here. Is the do-it-yourself. I want to call it the Metallica mix, but it is a do-it-yourself free paint because it does advertise for free. That's Crow's paint right there. That's Crow, and this is by a company called Best HD Screen Solution. That's them right there. So we have to put their label there, there, and there. So we can know who's who. Well, it's not hard to get them mixed up because one's actually very, very lighter than the other, as you can see. But they all react the same way. And then I'll go out and I'll buy myself from Amazon tonight a 2.0 white screen. And we'll put all these on the white screen. Now, since he did display this screen outside, it does make it eligible to be outside with a 12, which means we're going to splatter screen that, take it, paint it, splatter. You already know what's going to happen when we take it outside. So those you don't know, a splatter screen is basically we just take an all screen, paint it with somebody's coating, and we just splatter a paint across it, as we did with the Metallica mix with a dish sponge. And it wasn't because I did it to be disrespectful. I literally had nothing in the house but a dish sponge. I've actually ran out of rollers, so I don't have any more rollers left. So I have to order more rollers. That's why when you see me do stuff like that, I say, do not paint your screen this way. Let's add some color. This is why these screens have to sit in the dark. Let's drop the projector. Let's drop lights in here quick. Now you see why those labels were yanked off the can, don't you? I'm not trying to brag here, but like I said, our demonstrations aren't easy. So if your product's coming here and you haven't been doing your demonstrations correctly, you've been cutting a lot of corners and you're coming here to be tested, Yeah, and you think that's brutal? Oh, that's nothing. Nothing compared to what I got planned. When I get the other house, I'm gonna build me a station designed just strictly for testing all different forms of screens. We're gonna have a room called a sunroom. It's gonna be tons of light, everything. Nothing's gonna escape from that environment. And our screens are gonna be tested in these environments. I'm gonna design my own brutal environments designed for my screens to put them through the most rigorous testing you could possibly see. Oh yeah, and this is gonna be fun. I'm talking about temperature controls rooms where I can freeze screens, heat them up, the whole 9 yards, everything. And you get a chance to watch all of it. Let's get some lights up in this place. Now we'll get this light here. Have them up here. Here. Okie dokie. Let me see. Where is my. Here we go. So I got a few more to go. Where the heck is my. Now I'll show you something real quick. For a split second, you'll see the screen blue before it starts up, and then it'll flash the red. Watch this. And it's changing over to black. Now let's see how the screens react with the lights out. on. Screen is supposed to maintain the same color as the lights are on or off. It's supposed to maintain the same colors. Should be a slight little difference, but not by much. I need a very, very now if this contrast is good. We already did crows already, so I'm more concerned. I'm looking at that screen on the edge. That's the screen, that HD screen. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking for. You're not supposed to see that. You're not supposed to see where the screen brightens here. As I told you before, even with the lights out, you're not seeing black. This is what you're seeing. Now, I would say that the personal mix is a little darker, but it's not contrast. It's just a little darker, that's it. Where this screen right here could literally pass for a white screen, but it's a very, very, very light gray. That's what it is. See how much brighter it is here than the rest of these? Now, keep in mind, if you're using this for an ultra short throw setup, which I'm going to put upstairs, set up a nice little ultra set of speakers, the whole 9 yards on my office wall, and you're using that as a TV, you should be to have your lights on, and that screen should react. You should see all the contrast, everything. No problem. I'll start going in the next room. I can't pull everything up and it doesn't read it. Keep forgetting this is I gotta set up an account on here on YouTube. I have a couple YouTube accounts. I need some YouTube account on here, so I can just basically just have everything memorized and just go right there and be done with it, because this is a pain in the neck from time to time. Oh, we got all the colors here. Okay, cool. We'll do lights out for this one. So right now you're watching, like I said, color-coded technology. You're watching a blue surface read multiple colors that are being projected off the projector, where the other screens are maintaining the same white level because they can't read. They're illiterate. We're in the dark, there's no excuse for it. We're in a nice dark environment. Turned on all my LED lights. 4,300 lumens, we got enough. There you go. So the HD screen is no difference than the Crow or Metallica. No difference. The Metallica 2.0, well, that's not 2.0. The Metallica mix looks just like the personal mix. The personal mix looks like the free do-it-yourself paint. They all look like the white paint over there. Only by a slight difference, a slight little difference when it comes to contrast. That's it. But other than that, they all play the same. All right, let's just go over here. We got it set up. Let's bring the projector over with them all against the white screen, metallic, and let's see how that one measures to Crow's paint. And then we'll throw them against the black screen. See that screen's blue? They're not going to pull a Starfield demonstration. There's no point in doing Batman or any movies on any contrast. You see what Jurassic Park looked like in the night scene. There's no point in doing that at all. Or we got another one coming in, and then that paint called Nox or whatever, you're next. You'll be coming in next. Hopefully you got a label on your can. All right, so on this screen we have the do-it-yourself free screen paint I made off the Crow's channel with 2 tablespoons of black. And unfortunately, I didn't have a tablespoon, so I had to do 3 of each. If you know, 3 teaspoons make 1 tablespoon. So that's what I had to do to make that product right there. There's no Metallica, there's no glitter, no crystal, nothing in it. It's just basically a quart of basically white paint mixed with black paint. So if you don't believe me, you can watch it out and put a link at the bottom. I'm gonna put a link at the bottom. You can find it for yourself. That's just adding. I could put a link down there, but I'm not gonna put a link. Right? So here, right here, we have all 3 screens together. We have the personal mix. I paid about $104 altogether for that one. And then the bigger screen, I made that for free because that's what he advertised on the site. Then the other screen right there is the non-label, unidentified screen paint that came without a label, which I'll be contacting him today, asking him where the freak is the label. So we have, we're going to mark these with markers. That right there is the Best Screen HD Screen Paint Solution. I can't wait to get you outside, so I hope we have a sunny day tomorrow because you're definitely going to black screen outside because you said a great contrast. I'm going to see how your screen measures up outside. Keep in mind, I do have plans to buy a 100-inch Yard Master from Elite Screens, and we're going to coat half of that with our black technology and take that out. So that's going to be done too. All right, so let's get our projector and let's fire it up and let's see what happens. So I always get people contact me and say, hey, I can't get the contrast levels to pop on the screen. Why is it so dark? So not saying it's dark, it's too. They can't get the contrast levels. Problem. You need contrast, people. You have to have it. It's a must. It is a must to have contrast. I mean, I read contrast. All right, let me go over here. Everything over here. From here. Oh, Samuel Jackson. I'll figure that out later on. I ain't worried about that. I gotta disconnect anything so I can run the other cable through. All right. All right, so let's get our projector here. Get you guys out of the way. Let's fire this up. It's kind of like the theory of selling the same red wagon over and over again. We just painted a different color. That's all. Here. You got the wrong one. Yours, oh, that's yours, that's yours, that's yours. That's mine right there. Okay, cool. There we go. Let's see if there's any difference in any of the screens. That's a black contrast demonstration being displayed. You see the corners of the screen right here? All that's supposed to be black. All that's supposed to be pitch black. So right here. And look at it there. It's supposed to be black. I told you, when you watch the screen and you look at it, and you look at the edges, look at the outside of the screen. See how faded and washed out it looks? It's not supposed to look that way. That's supposed to be black, pitch black. So let's take our lights out. We'll kind of improve when we get the lights out. Oh, I gotta take my fish tank out real quick. My fish tank is quite bright. Alright, so that's my fish tank. Completely knocked out. Take out the star projectors. It'd been nice that they made this remote control backlit. It all reacts the same way. All of it. The HD screen paint, I knew that was going to be bad because that screen came out jet white, almost near jet white. This is a very, very, very light gray screen paint. That's what it is. The do-it-yourself Crow's Mix, like I said, reacts almost the same way as the Metallica mix or the personal mix. It all reacts the same way. If I go to the store right now and I buy me some orders of bare silver screen, I guarantee I could blend every last one of these screens with no problem with bare silver screen at $23 a can. But then again, like I said, the do-it-yourself mix basically does the exact same thing. And one I got for free, which I made, he showed me how to make online. He showed me how to make online, how to make that product. And the other one I paid $104 for. The other one right here, I paid $30 for. The HD Pro, yeah, I paid $30 for. So, if you're going to go down this road and, this is the kind of screen you want for your setup, because it really doesn't make a difference. Don't even bother buying a Christie. Don't buy a 4K projector. Don't even get a 1080p. Just go buy a knockoff projector. You know what I mean? You're just basically wasting your projector's capabilities. That's what you're doing. Just go buy a knockoff. It's a waste of money to just go out and buy a good projector because you're never going to see exactly what your projector can do to begin with. So you're just better off just getting yourself a knockoff cheap projector because that's where it belongs. If you notice, when you watch demonstrations on those knockoff projectors, they don't do them on black screens or dark gray screens. They do those demonstrations on white screens and white walls. God forbid if I turn the lights on right now, which I'm going to do right now. There you go. Any light hits the environment, that's what you're going to get. Let's put in some bright, beautiful colors for it. Because usually, this is what they'll stick next to. They'll stay with the nice bright colors. The bright colors have a better chance of surviving in a well-lit environment. Why do you think when I asked Crow to do a demonstration of him just displaying contrast levels only on a gray screen? Because that's one of the things a gray screen is not supposed to be to do. But we have a black silver that can do it. We have a black silver that can beat 2 screens darker than it. But yet you take the black silver again and you throw it against the black screen, and the black screen can blend into the black silver because the white levels on the black screens are higher. Now if we throw the lights on, you see what I mean? It has a better chance of producing an image and with colorful images. That's why when I told him, when you do the challenge, no colorful images, contrast only. No Christmas music for you people. All that in the background of the screen is supposed to be jet black. Now you think you're seeing jet black. You're actually seeing gray. Now, if I were to take my paint and I were to roll it down the side of this screen right now, all of them at the same time, you would see black pull through that screen. Just like I did on the other demonstration, but we're not going to do that. Because that'd be wrong to the other fellow, which I'm not going to do that to his screen. Now I'm going to use partial light. I'm not going to use the overhead lights. I'm just going to use the lights in the other room right here. Well, same all one room. I'm not even using my overhead lights. I'm just using these, that's it. That's supposed to be jet black. That's how it's supposed to look. Those colors are supposed to explode off the screen. This is going to hurt. Especially for the HD screen. This is a jet black screen. This is Crow's free mix that teaches you how to make online. Very big sample sheets. Where are we hooked on? What do you need for that? So I chose to go with the 1080p crispy. Now mind, this projector over here is 42. I have a 5200 lumen Sony projector I can bring downstairs, a black one. If they feel that the lumens are too low, I could bring that one downstairs. That one right there, we can do a distance throw at 20 feet back on that projector. It's designed for doing distance throw, that's what I use it for. We can do a demonstration tomorrow. We can pull our projector back 20 feet and see which one displays a contrast level through a ton of ambient light. What we're going to do is we're going to bring in a white screen. We're going to see how these screens, because if you're saying that they're as good as our technology, then they should be able to go against some of the screens I got over sitting in that drawer back there, which are darker screens. Not going to happen. We'll put them back up. I think that's the other fellow. Yeah, that's him. There. Sample sheets are quite huge, as you can see. They're very huge and they're very, very heavy. Try to get this up here to stay as fresh as possible. Like I said, this is the reason why they make sample sheets a certain size. So let's come over here. Let's expand our screen. Right here. Let's get Groot out of the way because Groot's in here. Come on, Groot. Let's come over here. You're not needed for this. I'm Groot. I'm Groot. I am Groot. Go. Oh, these screens are way lighter than my screen. Let's see if we got the right remote control this time. Oh, that was on the floor. Let's grab this one. Now the one in the middle is the HD screen paint. That's the free Metallica paint. And that over there is the mix I paid for, which is a personal mix. Keep in mind, like I said, the one in the middle, it's not even Crow's paint. It's probably not by somebody else. Now, next we'll have Pro Screen in here tomorrow. We'll have Knox in here pretty soon to do that demonstration, or Knox, whatever they call the company. We'll have that in here next. They're convincing you that, oh, you're getting brighter blues. You're getting a faded blue. Here's the colors are supposed to pop. Looks like eye. Now the reason why the screens aren't doing so well on a black screen, because the screen produces 100% contrast, even higher than the blue. The colors are just going to be insane. So I think the last test I want to do with the HD screen, I want to do a demonstration outside. Because I did see him showing a picture off of the screen doing a demonstration outside, so we're going to do half of that, and then we're going to do a splatter screen. I got a surface downstairs, we can do that across. Now, I haven't seen any videos of the personal mix outside. I will be looking for them. If I do see one video of the personal mix outside, it goes outside with the black. But until then, if I don't see any other thing on there saying that it doesn't do anything, if it's screen not designed for outside, it's not going outside. That's all to it. But if I do see a demonstration in your archive of that screen outside, it's going outside with that 12. Like I said, as for the HD screen, it doesn't do extremely good black levels. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. I sit there and said, crystal clear, you do not want us reviewing your stuff. I don't want that. And this is the lighter stuff. We're not even outside yet. This is the easy one. This is the easy stuff. For this screen, this technology, this is the easy stuff. We test our technology outside. So if you're barely making it through this, imagine when we get outside around 6 o'clock and we pull a star field demonstration. Because black screens can pull star field demonstrations outside at 1,000 lumens, easy. Even the black silvers can do it. If I really, really, really wanted to do something, like show you exactly on a level, I could get me a 180-inch screen and coat that screen with your technology and then put a little black screen in the middle of that screen, and I guarantee you that image will pull up right in the center of that screen. Or just paint a big stripe right down the side of the screen. And I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to design me a 180-inch screen, and I'm going to coat it with the free mix, because no point me basically buying it when I can basically make it. So I'm going to do a 180-inch screen with it, stick it outside, and we'll do a little square piece about the size of a car door and stick it right in the middle with our technology in the middle. I'll even stripe it with other people's screen paint, and we'll just keep ours in the middle. I can't wait to get my hands on the Yardmaster. I really can't wait. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go up there and order me a sample sheet today. You ever heard a term about do not wake the sleeping giant? Should have stayed in your backyard. Really should have. Because now I'm going to design something strictly, and I'm going to build something really nice. I told you I'm working on designing a bronze screen. Oh yeah, I got something planned, trust me. It's gonna be so affordable. The big companies can't even, that's the beautiful thing about it. They design something completely insane and then charge pretty much a good price that everybody can afford it. And that's what the big companies don't like me. Now as we get in their world then. But that's what Blue's for. Blue is for the competition, the big boy screens. Because then they got to wrap their head around how in the world, that's the part that's going to mess with their heads. The fact that they're watching their technology being eaten alive by a blue screen. Because in their world, screens were never meant to be blue. They were meant to be either white or gray. They still don't believe, some of them don't believe in black screens yet. They're baffled by black screens. Some people I talk to, they're like, oh, that's impossible. You know, the lighting and so and so and so. And so they put all this scientific stuff into that's impossible. No way a black screen do so and so. They're baffled by a black screen. Now imagine if a blue screen pops up and it's doing that kind of demonstration off of it. Yeah, that's what's designed to screw with their heads. Because they can't wrap their heads around about how it's done and so and so and so, because they're not used to seeing anything like that. That's the whole purpose. Makes them hard. They just can't accept it. That's good. It's a good sign. They can't accept it. As I said before, these screens are going to produce amazing white levels. But keep in mind, my screen is black. So dark, you wouldn't see anything at all. But it's able to maintain a white level that can basically come close to blending into one of these screens. But not so dark you can't even see it. So I think probably by Friday, the other one should be here for that one, that demonstration. I would appreciate if this fellow is watching this demonstration, and you probably are, put a label on it, please. Do not send something over here without a label on it. because I clearly know this fellow did it on purpose due to the fact that he didn't want his paint being displayed at all, period. Then if that's the case, you know how my demonstrations are, then you need to improve your product. Because I did when I went face to face and saw Black Diamond for the first time. I advanced my product. That's why I have black technology now. I didn't have black technology when I started off. Go back and check my old demonstrations. You will see all my demonstrations under light gray screen paint. I lie to you not. All that changed the minute I got a piece of Black Diamond in my hand and I saw that technology and how it reacted. And that's why I'm doing these dark screens now, these weird, strange screens. Black Diamond is the reason why it put me on the road to designing black technology. Because I knew there was no way in the world I was going to ever compete with that screen. No way in the world. I mean, what that screen was doing. So we either had to do two things. Either design something close enough to it or design something better. And the one thing I noticed about the Black Diamond, it's not black. It's a slate gray. This is a 100% black screen. But then you start thinking, you do so many black screens, you get tired of it, you think, there has to be something else besides designing black screens. So then you start thinking, why does the screen have to be black? Why can't it be blue? And then you turn around and you have that thing over there. It's a blue screen that can produce a white level in color and blues and greens and everything. Now I want a bronze screen. Not just a bronze screen. I want a screen that looks beautiful on the wall when the projector's off. Something that looks space age. You remember when you saw RoboCop for the first time and you saw that kind of Metallica blue armor that was like moving? Oh, it's just beautiful just watching that armor. I want something like that. I want something that actually moves with reflection and light and all that. That looks like a piece of art on the wall, even when the projector's off. But it still can maintain a very beautiful image. That's what I want. And can it be done? Yes, it can be done. It can be done. It can be done with faith. That's what it can be done by. People don't put any faith in God. That's the problem. Don't put faith in God. Where do you think our intelligence comes from? Intelligence comes from God, not from us. And we get arrogant. I get arrogant myself. I get arrogant all the time. One of my biggest problems. I can get a bit arrogant sometimes. But at least I can admit it. I gotta go play the zombie game tonight. I'm gonna be listening to this in the background singing. Ken, freak, what's going on back there? All right, today's going to be our last day for orders. Ship out day is going to be on Friday, just to let you know. No, it's not Friday, Saturday. Ugh. Saturday. So if you didn't put an order in by tomorrow morning or when that time comes through, we're not going to be able to put the order out for you. I'm sorry. You're going to have to wait till next Saturday or next Friday when we have our next ship out date. So everybody got their orders in. I got to get them ready and get ready to go. My containers will be here early tomorrow morning, which is going to be a bit of a rush job because they were supposed to be here today, but they're going to be here tomorrow. So I'll still get a chance to get everybody's orders done, knocked out of the way, and everybody will be good to go. Voila. Whew. Only time you're not going to see any videos from me is on Christmas. I don't do videos on Christmas. I mean, I might do a video like showing off the house and everything, the decorations and stuff and all that stuff. But other than that, nah, that's God's day. I just basically just spend the day and just basically just watching a little TV and just relaxing, do a little Skype calls with family members, and just wishing everybody a happy Christmas and Happy New Year as well. It's going to be a happy year next year because, man, you know why. I'm sorry, but I have kept my mouth shut with the whole political thing for the longest time. I haven't said anything, but yeah, it just feels like everything, just food tastes better. Everything is just better. God, thank goodness. Whew. Yes, I did go out and vote. I'm going to tell you who. Tell by the sound of my voice. All right, let me see. Okay, Anything else on here we want to roll back real quick? Because once I shut down, I'm shutting down. I'm about to jump online and play some games. All right, I like this demonstration right here. I'm gonna feed my cat too. Turn the lights out, give the screens a chance. My personal favorite to do, you'll see the gray pop up. It doesn't make a difference. I want to see that OLED fish passing through. That's what I want to see. Space. I think it's the beta fish. That's a good video demonstration to do, but it's copyrighted music and you can't use it. But yeah, it looks incredible on the freaking blue. But like I said, can't use it because it's copyrighted music. I don't know why would you use it as a demonstration to begin with? You can't basically play it back. That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to start doing some studies on beta fish because I want to get one now. I mean, you have to have the separated tank and all that stuff right there, but I want to get one. I'm going to get a beta fish. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful creatures. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit more. There we go. We'll take the lights out for this one, people. Hey, see how bright red that fish is when it's hitting that black? I'm gonna do it with the lights on. I'll tell you right now, that HG screen right here, the screen paint, right there, it can blend that do-it-yourself with no problem. And that's $30. I mean, if you're going to spend it, that's $30. But then again, that's free on the other end. That is free. So, I don't know. All right, I got to find this out. How much of a difference would this be to a white sheet of paper? I got to find that out right now. So we got a white sheet of paper. Let's see how much of a difference it would be to white sheet of paper. All right. Turn these screens. Put a nice white sheet of paper against them. And let's see what would be the difference. if I get any difference at all. This is going to show improvement of a white screen, because if you have a white screen, people like to see exactly how they would react next to a white screen, correct? Well, we got to get a white screen anyway. I'm going to buy one anyway. Now, some people may say, oh, I don't like your attitude. Hey, I'm just doing a side-by-side demonstration. You got two choices, right? You can go with the big company, spend a couple $1,000s for a screen, or you can bother with this cheap paint that they make. They do these fast demonstrations on and get a poor quality screen. In between, we're the only ones who make these black high-tech screens that do demonstrations on all different levels that other people can't compete with. There you go. Why do you think we got so many people that dislike us? I don't care, because at the end of the day, just when you think you've seen everything, I'll come up with something new that you've never even seen before. And then I'll charge my customers a good price. So keep in mind, if I was a different story, if I was coming out here developing all this crazy technology and I was trying to go, no, I'm not going to sell to the customers. Why would I sell to you? You guys don't make me enough money. I can go to a big company and they'll give me tons of money for my technology. I don't do that. I sit there and go, nope, I deny the big companies, I deny the haters, and I keep selling my product at a reasonable price so everybody can afford it. But I could easily sell out. That's not a problem. I don't choose to because I don't think it's fair that somebody should have to spend $5,000 for a projection screen, another $3,000 for a projector, and just to get a somewhat good picture when we can come in here and do it for much, 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 much cheaper. And then you don't have to deal with these people over here who make these products that claim to be doing whatever we're supposed to be doing, but truthfully, they're not. That's why do you think all three of those orders got canceled by that particular individual? Boy, that's why I said, I'm hope when somebody said, oh, other people are making black screen paint. Well, I hope so, because I'm not doing this forever. Eventually, somewhere along the line, I'm going to quit, and I'm not going to make this stuff anymore. So somebody's going to have to pick it up and do it where I can offer from. Like I said, in my decade, I'm never going to see a black projection screen in the movie theater. Oh, that'll never happen. I'll be dead and gone by then. But somebody somewhere along the line may pick up my notes. I might leave a book laying around or something and some information in it on how to do what I made the last days. Maybe just give up the information on how it's done. Who knows? You know what I mean? Or just might just take it with me. But either way, this is crazy. I'm ramming on with crazy stuff. But just bottom line is, somebody's going to take it up where I started from, and they're going to do way better than me, which I'm hoping they will. And then one day, maybe their kids may see a black projection screen. Same thing like you look at the Wright brothers, right? We developed the airplane, the flight, right? I'm pretty sure they had their fair share of haters and naysayers saying, oh, yes, a bunch of them crazy guys on the top of a hill develop an airplane for flight. And now you get on a plane, you can fly from A to B. So we all take that for granted. Howard Ford developed the Model T car in his garage. You know, people just take all that for granted. But they probably thought these guys were all loco and crazy. But you imagine if he was alive today, or the Wright brothers were alive today, and they got a chance to see what their technology has converted into. Man, that's mind-blowing. I love to watch. One of the things I like to watch on YouTube is I like to watch inventors. I like to watch people who design things and how they're devoted to the work. And I love to watch that kind of stuff. But like I said, in my time, I'm never going to see a black projection screen in a movie theater unless I buy the movie theater and put it in there myself. But other than that, I'm not going to see that. Somebody's going to come along and they're going to advance this. So yeah, I hope there are people out there basically working and maybe getting inspiration about what I'm doing and working hard to get to that next level. And I hope they are. That'd be nice. That really would be nice. All right, so let's go to this right here. I'm not threatened by that. Let's go back to the beginning. No, I wouldn't be bothered by that. As long as they don't get greedy at the end and just basically decide to basically either sell out or basically charge the screens for insane prices. Even when I was selling my technology at $500 and $600, keep in mind, my client base were customers that can spend $20,000 to $100,000 on a home theater system with no problem. For them not to spend 15 grand for a screen other than $600, that's why they paid for my prices. Because I was blowing up top-end screens when I first started off. And I was doing it at 720p projectors. These guys came in, they were used to spending a good $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in speakers, about a couple $1,000s for a sub. These were high rolls that were buying my stuff. But at the end of the day, it didn't seem fair for some people because I had some people would call in and they were average everyday Joes and they said, well, I can't afford that right now. I'm going to have to save up for something like that. And that's when I started cutting the prices on my stuff. I started doing little experiments. Exactly how low can I cut my product just for me to maintain a nice lifestyle, but still be able to make the price reasonable. And the first paint I cut was a 9. I brought it down to $147. And I wanted to see how long, $48, and I wanted to see if I can maintain my company off that right there. And I was able to do it. And move to a bigger house. So there's no change at all, period. Really, there's no change. So we're talking about this. There's no change at all. As you can see, it's bland on the white paper. It's bland on the screens. It's all the same. It really is. Told you, not that far off. Yeah, I finally ordered some clothes. I needed clothes. I haven't ordered any clothes since so I finally went out and bought myself some nice clothes. I mean, I work all day in the house anyway. I'm like, where the freak am I going to go? You know what I mean? I'm just in the house working all day. I love what I do. Oh, I get dressed up or anything. Realized I needed clothes when I had to go out and go to the post office to set my post office box. I realized, like, good gracious, I came out of the house and I'm like a complete bum. I mean, seriously, honestly, and I tell people this, when COVID hit and you had to go to the supermarket, how many of you guys got dressed up to go to the supermarket? I was watching people walking there with pajamas on, slippers, rollers. Some people were in there brushing their teeth when they were out of the car. Yeah, it just got to a point like, whatever. To whatever effect. Now there's our technology against white paper. Which that's easy to do. That's easy, Ken. That's not hard to do. All right, that's true. That's not hard to do. So I understand. The white sheet of paper, that's too easy to do. So we'll get rid of the white paper. We don't do those anymore. That's too easy, right? All right, so let's get some competition up there. Let's go for one of these right here. This is what we used to testing our stuff on. Look how dark that surface is. Let's pause this real quick. Got thoughts in my head on a design, an idea for a new paint. And I want it to be transparent, but I want it to be bronze. That's what I want. And I got it in my head, and I know exactly what to do to make it. God's giving me ideas. Call me whatever you want, but like I said, at the end of the day, my technology works. Woo! Let's go back to this. Let's rewind all this back again. Let's say, hey, Ken, that's too easy because that is a white sheet of paper. You should know better than that being on a white sheet of paper. But like I said before, someone did test the 12 against a white door and said that our screen came out so dark that you could barely ever see it. But like I said, let's make this a little rougher. Let's now erase some of 3D is too easy. Erase too easy? I don't know. Let's go with this one right there. Parallax. Parallax. That's what it's called, the parallax. Parallax. That's what it's called. Woohoo! All right, so this screen right here is a very dark screen. Should I show you this with the camera? I don't know. It doesn't make a difference, does it? Let's put that right there. Now this screen right here would cost you probably about $4,000 to $5,000 for a 100-inch. My screen is a 235.1 at 138 inches, and my customers would paint this screen. It would cost them $187. This right here is a Grade Cinema 5D right there. Around $1,500 for a 100-inch. We'll put that right there. All right, how about the Dark Star 9, which is the more higher flagship version of the screens. This one would cost you around $3,000. See how dark that surface is? About 3 grand. $3,000 for a 100-inch. No take backs, no do-overs. What else do we have that we can use? Let me see if I can find something dark. We got a matte black in here somewhere. Black. Silver, but not a matte black. Black. Yes, we do. We don't have a matte black. Okay. We'll take this right here. All right, then we'll take that. Oh, wrong controller. This way. Why do I keep putting the wrong picture back in the place? Okay, here we go. Like I said, should have made these things backlit. That would have been nice. Let's see what I'm doing back here. Oh. Good gracious, really? How can you stand being in the... Some people understand, how in the world can you be in the dark? Like, seriously, you can't even see a remote control in here. I couldn't do it. I just literally could not do it, be in the dark like that. And this is some people's places, their theater setups all the time? Oh, aye. There's nowhere in the world you should have an ultra short throw setup like a TV in your home and your environment's this dark. See, even with the lights off, they can't pull contrast level. Let's put the lights on, Chuck. Bam! And I'm getting silly. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I'm gonna sit down and get something to eat right now. Right now, the highlight of my day, and I'll tell you, like I said, I don't have to have all this crazy expensive stuff. The highlight of my day is sitting down, watching some homestead shows like Golden Shawns. I love Golden Shawn. Dope or Nope, it's another show I like to watch. And another guy called Matthew. I gotta get that name. Another guy called something, Steve Wallace. He's the one who does the hunker down. Just sitting there, eating my food and just relaxing. That's the highlight of my day right there. There's still a little Christian music on the side, drinking a cup of hot tea. Yeah. They make good money. They make very good money. But I don't need all that stuff. I buy the bare minimum of everything I need. I get a thrill out at the end of the day of being able to buy something for real cheap that I don't have to spend a lot of money on and turn it into something crazy, makes like it's crazy expensive. So griped over that projector I paid that much money for, to tell you the truth. I wanted a cheaper projector. Well, look, people, at the end of the day, the whole reason why I developed this stuff because I love what I do. I love my job. I know I talk a lot. And, you know, I like the fact that when I talk to my customers and they tell me what's your budget for a projector? And they say, oh, it's $1,500. Oh, no, you got to pay that kind of money. I can save you like $1,000, or I can save you $400 or $500, whatever on a projector. And I can point to a good merchant on eBay, send them up with a nice projector. And at the end of the day, I know they're going to have an amazing screen. And if you're using a full environment, they don't have to worry about having an ultra short throw compatible and none of that nonsense. You know, and at the end of the day, none of us want to be sitting in the dark just to sit here and watch a TV show or sports or whatever you want to be there, be in a fully lit environment. I mean, of course, at nighttime, me myself, I watch movies in the dark, but early in the morning, you know what I mean? My windows, basically, this area gets pretty well lit in here, so this stuff has to work. And I would have loved to see what the PS5 would have looked like on the blue. But right now, like I said, I'm not buying a system to brick. I'm not. And if I do get the system and say it does brick, I'm not going to get another one for a while because there's not enough of them in circulation to give you a replacement. That's why I tell people, you got to think about that part. If they're barely in the stores, what makes you think that you're going to get another one? And you're not going to get another one. And keep in mind, the more of them start bricking, the longer the waiting list is going to be for them to fix them and send yours back to you. Anybody remember that Xbox 360 craziness? Did you go through that one before? Because I did that one already. I went through 8 boxes. 8 boxes. And every time it would break, they would send you out that little coffin and you stick it in the coffin, you call up customer service and they give you some number to put on it, and then you would get it back in like 2 or 3 weeks later. If you're talking about I can't play a system for a certain amount of time, I can't play a certain game with it, I have to basically worry about deleting corrupt software and hard drives and disks aren't running, that's not worth $500 to me. I'm sorry. That's not worth $500. That's just a waste of my money right there. At the end of the day, it's a waste of my money. I'll just stick to my PS4. And keep in mind, my PS4 behind me has 1 terabyte of hard drive space in it, where that PS4 over the PS5 has what, under a terabyte? And you got games in there that are running like 125 gigs? God. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm buying one either way, but I just want to make sure all the bugs are gone and systems are running smoothly, and there's enough of them in circulation. If something happens and my system goes down, at least I can get my system returned or get my money back or whatever has to be done. You know, there's not a shortage in systems, which would be pretty nice. But no, I'll wait. I'm glad I did wait because I was actually going to put up that money in pre-order or spend a couple grand to get one, and I'm glad I didn't. That would have been even worse. All right, let's see. Well, let's take all this down. We're done with this. I got to clean my messed up environment, get all this cleaned up. And that's funny because I was supposed to be doing a demonstration yesterday about the paint when it came in. And I'm thinking to myself, I know myself. I'm curious. I got to know how it's going to react. I got to know how it's going to look. I have to because now I won't get any sleep. So what better way to get it done now, because tomorrow morning I'm probably going to be doing something even crazier. What do we got planned? Well, I got orders to get that done. I bought another ultra short throw projector. That's coming in. I bought a special stand for it so I can stand it up on the table. And I'm going to go outside and get one of that photo blackout cloth they use for taking photos behind. I'm going to coat that with the invisible blue. And I'm going to use that as a projection screen that I can drape over a table and watch movies off the table or do work or whatever I want off the tablecloth. It's going to be pretty cool. So it's only a tablecloth projection screen I'm going to be designing that I can be portable. I can take it and put it back on the surface on the table and connect up my stand, ultra short throw, and I can do maybe some scanning off of it or cool stuff like that, you know, whatever. All right, with that being said, I am going to be working on either a copper or bronze projection screen next. That's what I want now. I have to make this a spray-on application because it's the only way it's going to work. All right, then I got work to do. All right, with that being said, thank you so much for coming in and watching. Like I said, this demonstration was not to slander anyone's technology or tear it down. It's just simply showing exactly how their technology compares to mine and also how their technology compares to themselves. You know what I mean? I'm just curious exactly what that paint was going to be like, if it's going to be close enough to Crow's. And like I said, with Crow's, like I said, because he canceled multiple orders, and the fact now I found out that I forgot that video was on there, I can just make it for myself for free, and I can make as much as I want, and I don't have to worry about my orders being canceled, which is fantastic. All right, and like I said, on his end, if he feels personally that his newer stuff is better than his older stuff, then he wouldn't mind doing a demonstration by making his old stuff and comparing it to his personal mix and doing the exact same demonstrations with star fields and bright, beautiful colors. As a matter of fact, it really doesn't make a difference what he chooses because it's going to blend into the other screen, so, you know, I don't really pick anything. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here. I'm going to go eat. Thank you all, and God bless.